Hello guys, welcome to yet another tutorial of Code Mint. So in this tutorial, we are going to see what is the significance and what is the use of each and every file that we just have created. So if you are directly jumping to this tutorial, so before that you can check out the last tutorial in which we have already created the application using a Create React app. So now let's begin. What are the uses of each and every file? So once you create your application using Create React app, so these many folders and files will get created automatically. So you don't need to create anything manually as we do while coding for Angular JS, the first version of Angular. So let's start from the bottom. So this is the readme.md file. So that's by default file which has all the information regarding your project. After that, there is a package.json and package-lock.json. These are the two files. So if you are creating your application from npm, so these two will get created. And if you're using yarn, so in that case, instead of package, there will be yarn.json and yarn-log.json files will be there. So the main purpose of this package.json file is it's a statement, or you can say it contains all the information regarding the current application, means the name of your project, the version, and all the dependencies, and what are the testing, if there are some testing libraries, so specific version of those libraries. Also React version. So currently React 18.2 is installed on this machine. So in future this can get upgraded, and if you are watching this after a few days of uploading it, so in that case this version number can change. After that, there are scripts which are mentioned. So so as to start your application, so npm start is the command, and internally it calls this command. Also, if you are trying to build your application, so in that case you use npm build as a command on the command prompt. So it internally calls this command and creates a build file of your application. Also linting configurations are there, and these are the other dependencies and their versions are mentioned. So there is a package-lock.json file as well. So this file contains specific versions, and there are some notations like this. So node 6.9 onwards is essential for this. So package-lock.json, the main purpose of this file is to lock the versions uh, which are used while creation of this application. So let me elaborate on that part. Like I'm creating this application in 2023, and if after 2 years, if I'm coming back to the same application, and at that time, let's say the just version is different, and that version is not compatible to my application. So in that case, this package lock JSON makes sure that what are the exact required versions of specific libraries, and what are the essentials only. Like without those versions, this application cannot run. So those versions are mentioned here. So all the versions which are compatible to this applications, which are suitable to this application at the time of creation, all those versions are mentioned in this package-lock.json file. So I hope you got the idea. So I'll repeat once again. When I'm creating this application, only specific versions of like React or React DOM libraries or React script libraries are required. So after 3-4 years, if someone is coming to this application, and if he tries to run the npm install command, so the npm, that is node package manager, will refer to this package log json, and it will download the specific versions even if the React 20 is released. And sometimes few of the features might not be compatible to this application of React 20, let's say, after in future. So as to work properly, like In that case, you can miss out some of the features of your application. So that's a backward compatibility and issue. So because of that, package-lock.json plays a major role. So after that, there is a git ignore. So this is for GitHub. So GitHub is a version control. So for that, your application is already initiated with Git. So after that, you can open the public folder. So there is a favicon icon. Then there is a logo, PNG. These two logos are there. Manifest JSON. This is related to progressive web app, so we don't need to worry about it. It's not used. Even you can delete this file. After that, there is index HTML. So this is the only HTML file which is present in your React application. And as you already know, React is a single page application. So this is the only HTML, and this is the only single page which is used in the application, and all the views are dynamically added into this page, and those views are added in the root div, basically the div which has id root. So I have like I had already commented it, and everything will be rendered in this section inside body. So that's why it's a single page application and the page is index.html. After that, like robots.txt file. So this is used for this is used by web crawlers, and that is for SEO purpose, like search engine optimization purpose. So for all the analytics tool, this file is used, and you can also delete this file. After that, we do have node model. So as we already know, if we are using npm, so all the dependencies will be stored inside this. Even if you are using any library of Babel and all that, or if you install anything with uh, npm, let's say I'm installing it through this command, so everything will be installed. Oh, I missed the spelling. That's bootstrap. Yeah. So it will download all the bootstrap files. So previously, if you look here, so there will not be any bootstrap folder, and after the installation is complete, the bootstrap will be added here like this. Okay. So likewise, you can always install any of the files like npm install and then jQuery as well. And if you check the same way, it will be added in the node models. So after that, this is the src folder. So your source code, all the files, all the logical files will be stored inside this source folder. And if you see in the source folder, the first file which gets initiated is index.js. And index.js is the first file where your default app component is mentioned. So as of now, you can just consider this is the first file which gets compiled when the source when the source folder comes in, when your compiler goes to the source folder. So this is the first file which gets compiled, and it will render the view. So app.js is mentioned here. So basically app selector is mentioned here. So uh, if you press the control button and click on this, then you will enter into the app folder. So this is the basically app folder from where your actual view will be rendered. So if I start the application with npm start, so this is the exact view which will be rendered. And also we do have app css. So all the stylings for the app.js app folder is mentioned in this, and all the stylings for index is mentioned in index css. And app.test.js is basically for testing purpose, so you don't need to worry about it. And after that, there is a logo file, and then report web vitals. So basically this is for analytics tools. This is used for analytics tools if you want to check the behavior of the user. So in that case, this would be useful. Apart from that, setup test.js, this is again for you. As you can see, this is for jest DOM, so it is used for jest configuration. So we have already started the application, and here it is. So this complete view will be rendered from the app.js. So as you can see, the first file which will get rendered is from the public folder, that's index.html, because as we know, this is a single page application, and all the views will be rendered inside this root folder. And I've written this hello world here, and if you see, this is the hello world which I've already written, so it's not in the screen, but it is there. And if you see the root id, so on the index.js file, you can see this is the common JavaScript notation, like document dot get element by id root, and the div is mapped with this query, and after that, like root dot render, and then this is what we'll see all these details, all these things in detail. And so we have done a mapping here. So whatever the app component is rendering, so that will be mapped to the index.js. So that will be mapped to the index.html from index.js, and the view will be rendered here. So if I just change anything, if I just remove it, and let's say hello world here, and just save it, so again it got recompiled, and if you see, hello world will be reflected here. Yeah, so that's it for now. We'll see all the details in next tutorial as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Keep sharing, and if you like this, please share it, and uh, comment if you have any doubts. Thank you so much.